Hey, we are back for another conversation. Our doggy is behind us and we are out and about. The eclipse just passed by, I want to say about an hour ago. And we just have some running around to do now that it went over. We were settled in the house and today this thing happened and I said this would be the perfect day because this is real time that this is happening. So what is happening today is a lot of synchronistic moments, and I have been wanting to do this video with you all to just talk about it for a while now. So I want to go back to 2011 is when this awakening, open eye situation started to happen with me. And sometimes when I tell people about it, I'm like, do you see that? They're like, no, they don't see it. And I thought it was I don't know, I'm like, you don't see this? And they're like, no. Now that's years later, I'm like, okay, I get it. It's not going to happen for everyone. But what happened in 2011, I started to see on the clock 11:11, 1:11, 10:10. I went through this one phase. I went through the one phase for a long time. And I was like, I keep seeing this over and over again. And then I graduated, right, to the 222. That I would see 222. And as I started to see 222, the doors opened up. And it was 333 and 444 and 555. I would see these numbers, and I would start to see two numbers. And I think what happened was because I started to see them and start to pay attention to them, like everything with my hearing, with just different things, how the Lord speaks to me. When you start to pay attention to it and you're a steward over a thing, God gives you more of it, right? You're paying attention. Now I understand it's your higher self, your spirit guides just leading you and guiding you, but I didn't know that at the time. I literally walked into that greater understanding this year. And it's very interesting because there's a number that I keep seeing over and over again, and I don't have my tablet in front of me, but it is the number 56, and I am going to slash this and cut a video in it so you can see what the number 56 means. It is such a spiritual awakening, and it is what I am doing today, having these conversations with you all about frequencies, about synchronicities, about just these things that are happening that probably a lot of people are experiencing but not talking about. So I started to see 222 around, I want to say somewhere around maybe 13 or 14 is when the 2s and the 3s and the 4s showed up. And when they showed up, that 2 was pretty strong. It wasn't exactly 222, it would be 322. And now that I say that, I'm literally looking at 322 right in front of me. I actually grew up on that street. Isn't that funny that I'm doing this video at the same time? 322 used to show up. I remember I was traveling and looking at signs, and I would just see these numbers over and over repeating. And I thought it was such a signal or sign that when I published my book, I published it specifically on. Welcome back. It is the next day. Yes, we had the dog in the car yesterday, and we had to take her over to urgent care. Nothing serious, but just concern. So that's where we left off in the story. While we were writing Simply Pray, 40 Conversations with God, we kept seeing the number 222, 222, yes. And we actually said, what is this about? And it was coming up during the time where I was going to publish the book at around December, but I specifically waited for 222:18 just because I kept seeing it so much. And I was like, maybe this day has some significance. Fast forward, it did have a huge impact in our life because it was the day that we sold our house. And when I saw the date and realized the date and everything that was going on, I was like, oh God, maybe that's what you were telling me. Maybe it wasn't about the book. The book was, yes, 222. And it opened up the doors to having conversations with people around me. Like, I keep saying this 222 and I'm going to release it on a date. And it's a date that you just won't forget. And that is how our life has happened with these synchronicities, and I see them multiple times. So I broke this video up because I thought it was important yesterday because it was the eclipse, and it was just, I know people experience these great supernatural feelings or just coincidences that they think, or synchronicities that happened yesterday. And we were all in yesterday in a place of just receiving and attentiveness and intention, and just really being quiet in our spirit and just hearing from God. And because of that, I said, okay, now that everything has happened with the eclipse, I want to talk about the synchronicities, because yesterday, this is so interesting how this happened, but I'm going to tell you about the number 56. But yesterday, every time I turned around, I was telling my one friend, I said, I see 56 in numbers multiple times. So not only did I see that yesterday multiple times, and I would send her screenshots, 222 happened, and I just happened to look down at the clock and it was 222. So yesterday, 4 times this happened: at 222, 333, 444, and 555. Each time I looked down yesterday at the clock, for whatever reason, phone call or text message or researching or whatever, I just happened to look at it at that time. In addition to this 56, it would be 656 or 756, 1156. It just happened all day yesterday. So I have my tablet now in front of me, and I'm going to give you what the angel number 56 is: a powerful spiritual symbol that can be interpreted in multiple ways. This angelic message encourages us to take action and focus on our spiritual growth. It also serves as a reminder to remain open-minded about our life path, even when the journey is difficult or uncertain. And when I found this solidified my sharing this experiences with you all, because I am in such a dynamic spiritual journey right now that it even has me scratching my head. I'm like, I'm walking into new things, and it feels great, different than what we have walked through before. But I trust God, and I trust where He's leading me, and I am just going to walk with it. So when I see the 56 and I finally just settled on, I had another um, meaning of the 56, and I had researched it. When I keep seeing things like that, now I've researched it. First I would just, that's just a coincidence. But now I'm like, no, Spirit, what are you saying to me? What is it that you're trying to get to me? And this is screaming um, from the ethereal places of just, hey, Rhonda. And I'm like, okay, 56, 56. And so that's what's going on. It's just a transition for me, and a journey in such a different way. I'm excited about it, super happy about it. Haven't been in this place before, but it feels great. I feel sure about it, and so sure that I wanted to share this with you all. This is a different type of video. Of course, we'll have some newer content as far as digital and social media and things like that. But at the same time, we share our life with you, and this is what's going on in the background. So please leave me comments and let me know if you're going through a similar awakening that you haven't realized, and maybe you're like, am I crazy that this is happening, or am I the only person, as I said, that's seeing this? Let me know. Leave us some comments, and thank you so much to all your new subscribers. It's been great to watch this take place, and I'm so appreciative for all your support. So thanks for listening. Take care, and we'll have more to come.